What's up, you guys, and happy spring. Oh, shout out to the spring equinox. Definitely wanted to get this recorded for you guys earlier, but as you know, many of you know, I run a membership, and I had membership readings to get out. We had rituals to get done for my members. Shout out to everybody who is a member. So it has taken me a little longer, 2 on the clock, 3 on the clock, to get to YouTube, but I haven't forgotten about you guys. So thank y'all for being here. We're going to be looking at the messages that are coming in for the spring equinox, which is when we get to the spring season. So tomorrow will be the first official full day of spring. Spring kicked in around like 10:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today on March 20th. And the information that we're going to be looking at is what you can expect as we are kicking off these first few days of spring. And then we'll look at like your main areas of focus as you move throughout the next 3 months between now and the time that we get to the summer solstice, when it becomes summertime in June. Whew, I said a lot. Okay, and it might be the energy I'm picking up from you guys. It might be a lot going on right now. And the equinox is going to give you a time to take a breath. You're going to be able to pause. You're going to be able to breathe. You're going to be able to restructure. You're being asked to keep holding on faith to whatever it is that you are looking forward to in the new cycle. So for almost a year now, we've been talking about switching timelines. We have very much so been in the new timeline. And in the recent readings, we talked about how we're integrating, and we can see the results of that integration starting to materialize in our lives in different ways, okay? There's a lot of 1s and 5s that are repeating right now. When I call out the numbers, y'all are looking these numbers up on a website called Joanne's Sacred Scribes, okay? 202 showing up as well. So we've done a lot of integrating into the new timeline within the way that we are showing up, right? We're in our new selves, right? And 212 on the clock. And we're starting to see the results of those things materialize. Because we've also had other things happening in the cosmos, like the retrogrades of the planet of luck, the retrograde of the planet of communication and technology and travel and documents and things like that, 2, 3, 4 on the clock in retrograde. It has been a little bit of still back and forth. There's also the idea of being trained right now and conditioned. And I found myself repeating this multiple times to clients in one-to-one sessions over the past week, and to a couple of my actual friends. And it's a theme that's showing up in everybody's lives in different ways. And so it's important that right now, I don't know why my train of thought just went away, but it's important right now that we are actually leaning into and embracing whatever's going on around us. That's what it was. The training and conditioning, right? So you might be facing some levels of opposition in this energy space that we're in around the actual equinox. You're being asked to face whatever challenges head on in the new you perspective, whatever that may be. 333 on the clock. You personally know, because all of us had different things that we've been working on to make us into the people we need to be, to maintain the things that we've been calling in for so long, right? 343 on the clock. So you need to lean into more of that energy as you are addressing whatever is coming up to you. And this could be, you know, adversaries of yours in any area of life, right? It could be that you have things happening in your home life. It could be family stuff. It could be work related. It could be institutional related, right? So like maybe your flight got canceled and you're late for this and you can't go to that, or this happened and that happened. Like, it's whatever it is. Deal with these things like the new you and not like the old you, and do not get emotionally like thrown off, right? We definitely want to be aware of our emotions. That's what helps make us human, right? 4s and 3s on the clock repeatedly. But we don't want to live in our emotions. We want to be able to accept whatever we're experiencing, acknowledge what we're experiencing, then accept what we're experiencing, and then integrate that experience into our actual lives so that it's not something we're repeating. 4, 5, 6 on the clock. moving forward. You want to be moving forward. A lot of us have ended that whole repetitive cycle of whatever the fuck we were caught in before. And the closeout here is indicated twice because we have the World and the Wheel of Fortune showing up for you guys. And so the biggest piece right now is that as you're facing any type of adversity, to maintain the lessons that you've learned and use this as an experience to help you become sharper. This is just the energy that's kind of leading the reading. But it's a lot of other stuff that's coming in here that's amazing. Like, this is a really, 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 really dope reading. So it's starting off though, giving some sort of like hope and clarity to anybody who is feeling like, you know what I'm saying, am I going backwards? So like, what the fuck is going on right now? I thought I was having some progress. It seems very, you know, what word am I looking for? Why are all my words escaping me? I still don't know the word I was looking for, but it's very reflective of the past. But you're not in the past no more, okay? So just hang in there. The Strength card is here. The Four of Pentacles is here. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be letting go of something and holding back. And then sometimes it could be holding on to something, okay? Whichever one it is, it could be seen as good or bad in either perspective. In the way it's showing up in this particular leading part of the reading is it looks like it's something good, because the Strength with this Four of Pentacles, the combination there with the World card is asking you to have the strength to close out the old cycle, meaning how old you would deal with it, and show up in the new you as all the things continue to fall into place, because things are falling into place. And it's going to happen like in a way that just happens. I don't know how else to describe that. You know how people be like, oh, that person's like an overnight success, or like one day things were like this and then the next day they weren't, and it looks like it literally happens overnight, but in reality you've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. It's like if you were going to sell your house, right? You have to go through so many steps to prepare your house to even go on the market. Then you have to go through all of these steps to actually get the right person to buy your home. Then you have to go through all of these steps to actually close the deal. But the money shows up instantaneously. But the work, right? You've already done all the work. 7:33 on the clock. So it's kind of like, don't get to the point where you're about to cancel the whole deal because it was an issue with the bank account number and the money didn't go through, so it got to be resent. You feel what I'm saying? Like that would be absurd. So you're being asked not to do that and to stay in this energy of pushing forward with whatever it is that you're hoping for. This is something you've been working toward too. This ain't like a random idea where yesterday you was like, oh, you know what I should do? Like, no, this is something that you actually put energy and effort and working toward so that you can accomplish something that's going to bring you some level of stability. And I say stability because we have this Queen of Pentacles energy showing up here. Now, the Queen of Pentacles does not necessarily mean I'm talking to women only. Everybody embodies masculine and feminine energy, right? And so when the cards are showing up in tarot, there is a counterpart. There's a King of Pentacles and there's a Queen of Pentacles, 8 and 3 on the clock. These energies are very similar in terms of being a match, but they show up in different ways. So it's kind of like two sides of the same coin. Okay, so just because I say it's the Queen does not necessarily mean I'm only talking about women, but the Queen of Pentacles is able to actually do all of the things, where the King of Pentacles might be a really, really, really great provider. The Queen of Pentacles knows how to take what's being provided and actually do something that makes everybody feel great. And that's a very powerful space to be in, whether you're a man or a woman, right? If you've been working for some level of stability or security for yourself or your family, that is coming in. And that's indicated here. And it's something that you've not only wished for, but it's taken you a lot to get here, and a lot of sacrifice, 9s and 3s on the clock, and a willingness to lean into your faith. Like, it's something that you've been wanting that maybe even at times you didn't think you were going to be able to do it, or you didn't think you were going to actually be able to get it. There was some sort of self-doubt. You might have wanted to quit and give up, but you didn't. You didn't do that. And because you did not do that, what you're wishing for is coming to you. Now, this is an emotional based wish that is somehow tied to your economic pillar of wealth. Y'all know I talk about the 4 pillars of wealth: mental, physical, spiritual, and economic. We've been on this for 6-7 years now, right? So if you're new here, when I'm talking about the pillars of wealth, I'm talking about the mental wealth model that everybody kind of needs, 1, 2, 3 on the clock, from my personal assessments after a decade or so of working with people. But this is what everybody needs to focus on to make sure that they are living a healthy, wealthy existence, right? And so when we're talking about your economic pillar, that does include your finances, but it also includes things that are tied to your root chakra. So things that make us feel grounded and secure and stable. That could look like a house, right? That could look like us just moving into our own house by ourselves. That could look like us purchasing a home. That could look like any type of relocation. That could look like you have a house and you're upgrading your furniture. You could be getting a car. You could not be doing anything in your house, but you could be actually now able to spend more time with the people that you love that are in your household, 11-11 and 11-12 on the clock. And so when we're talking about the economic pillar of wealth, we're not just talking about your job or how you're deriving income, though it does include that. It also encompasses all things that have to do with your home life and your stability. And whether you're a man or a woman, there are things that everybody wants to experience in their home. And you're going to be able to create whatever that is based off of whatever you've been holding on to and having faith in that is coming for you in springtime. So spring is about to bring you a wish fulfillment that is also directly tied to whatever your spiritual practices have been. So if you are a person who has been intentional about improving your connection to the Most High, you have been tapping into source more, you have been doing the work on yourself to, like, 1, 2, 3 on the clock, deal with any type of shadow behaviors or any type of demons or whatever you want to call them, or generational curses that we're carrying, or behavioral patterns that need to break. Like, if you've been leaning into faith and building that connection with source and also working on yourself, just know that this is the result of that. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3 on the clock. You are being given the green light to move forward in this new phase because you've done the work. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. So the springtime is going to help you actually progress with whatever materializes, because it's meant to help you. It's meant to help you get to the point of being able to do the next thing that you're going to do. So while it may look like the ending of one cycle because you've held on for whatever it is that's supposed to come to you, it also is the very beginning of another cycle that you're going into. So this looks really, really good. Like, this looks beautiful. Okay. I had to pause the audio for longer than I thought I wanted to pause the audio, but I'm back. Y'all probably can't tell no difference. Either way, you have the number 936 showing up. The reason why it took such a long pause is because during the shuffling process, I had a whole stack of separate cards that kind of started falling out that I just kind of started digging into to be nosy. And they were sitting to the side. And so I kind of wanted to give them a look because I was about to close the reading out. And I'm like, dang, oh, what is this? I almost forgot about this. And so that's an interesting way to kind of lead off this message. I don't know what the fuck this is, and I'm still trying to get more information about it. But you guys have the 8 of Cups, meaning it's something that you walked away from. This could be a plethora of things in one person's life, right? We went through a lot of stuff last year, and it was a lot of hard, harsh realities that needed to be faced and things that needed to be addressed and dealt with head on. And that caused a lot of closeouts to a lot of things. Like, you might have found that you are not working in the same place you were working. You might find that you are not living in the same place you were living, or you don't have the same friends that you used to have, or your relationship is different. Like, it's a lot of that, right? And so I don't know at what point you implemented this walking away from something that you had emotionally invested into. But there's a walking away energy, and then there's conflict around it. 144 on the clock. 1444. So yeah, 1s and 4s. Now, I don't know what that conflict is. The first thing that came to my mind when these cards originally came out, now that I'm, tapping back into the energy, was haters. Like, so, sidebar, I guess that's why this shit is on the side. Sidebar, you might have haters trying to pocket watch your ass. And the reason why I say pocket watch you is because you have all this sword energy, conflict energy, thought energy. Swords are about thoughts and communication, right? So you got all this thoughts and communication. People thinking and chatting and and watching and lurking and shit. Energy. And then what are they looking at? Money. Because the other card around here, sandwiched between 4 of these cards of like looking and lurking and shit, is money. And it's not like a bunch of money. It's the Six of Pentacles card, which is like giving and receiving. So it's people, whatever is coming in for you, people are gonna try to figure out how you're getting what you're getting, or how you're giving what you're giving. So like, say if you get a huge whatever lump sum of money or some sort of financial payout, and then you go off and buy your niece or nephew a car or some shit, right? Like, because you can. 1s and 6s on the clock. But you don't tell anybody you got a promotion. You don't tell anybody that you got a raise. But it's like I'm not going to tell anybody when I hit the lottery, but there will be signs by, right? So whatever signs there are, people are now becoming very nosy. And whatever they're going to find out is going to put them in their head. And the reason why is because these people are people who are either hidden enemies to you, or just outright adversaries. It's kind of like a community of people, or somebody versus other people, like where I'm in it for myself, and I probably was talking shit about you when you walked away, right? So you got this 8 of Pentacles. This person leaves the room. Then everybody else in there start whispering and chit-chatting and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know, but did you see this online? Now they're pulling up your social media and you see that? I wonder how they got that. Now they're trying to figure it out. And when they start to figure out that it's nothing to figure the fuck out, now they in their head and confused, because all the shit that they was talking about doesn't match what the fuck is going on. Meanwhile, you are somewhere else completely moving forward with your life, and that's how you should keep it for spring. Okay, and then lastly, we have another set of cards. I'm sorry, y'all. In the shuffling process, there was another set of cards that has the Tower in it. And I wanted to kind of do a separate reading into that Tower. Because the Tower can be good, the Tower can be bad. If I'm going to be giving y'all messages, I might as well brace you for left to right. What are we doing? What's going on? Fortunately for everybody, this is a beautiful Tower coming in. The sun is shining on this Tower. In the background is heartache and pain. So if anybody has been 1s and 8s on the clock activated in their heart space, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use that terminology. I feel like that's a great terminology, a great way to put it. And I say that because the energy that's coming up around this it's sadness and it's heartache, right? But it's the kind of heartache that like rips your heart open, and it clears out what doesn't belong. It's like a rebirthing, if you will. It's like if the Most High came and like blew into your heart and it cleared every bit of debris and dust away, like that's this type of like heart awakening experience. I don't know what this is, but it's going to take you out of some sort of like pain. And so what are examples I can give you? I'm gonna go with couples because it is a king and it's a pair. It's a matching pair in the deck right here. And so I'm gonna go with couples. If you are a person who is in a relationship with somebody and there's some sort of heartache or pain that either of the two of you are experiencing, there is something that is going to happen that is going to bring some clarity. This clarity it's going to cause somebody, one of the two of you, to take some sort of like romantic action or gesture toward the other, and then reignite some sort of passion between you guys. And I say that because you have the Tower here, meaning something happened and came in that was unexpected, that people were not prepared for. That Tower created illumination and clarity about something that somebody really needed to know or would benefit from activating, right? And I would imagine it's your heart space, because you have this Three of Swords in the background. Then you have the Queen of Cups. So one person is embodying this selfless love energy. This is unconditional love frequency. Then you have this Knight of Swords, who is like running directly to this Queen of Cups. Then you have this Knight of Swords turning around and becoming the Knight of Cups, meaning I'm coming in to make a gesture to you. Like, I'm going to be very emotional when I do it. I'm going to lead with my heart, because I want you to feel what it is that I am bringing to the table, which is, can we have some sort of passionate new start? And that is here with the Page of Wands. Now, if the new start is accepted in this dynamic, then that activates this person who was in the Knight of Swords moving quickly, who came in with a romantic gesture, to actually go into something more stable in the King of Cups. So you see this person going through these levels of progression to actually get to the level of the Queen of Cups, which is really beautiful. Now, the Queen can be the man or the woman, okay? 2s and 1s on the clock. And the King could be the man or the woman. The difference is the feminine energy of the cups is an energy that has surrendered and is okay expressing love. Here's my love, here's my cup habit. The King of Cups is very emotionally balanced and aware, but he's not necessarily going to make decisions from his heart. He's going to make a balanced decision. He's not in his emotions, but it's like, it's healthy. It's a healthy frequency of love. Okay. The Knight of Cups is like the romancer, which he's great to have with a King of Cups. If you just get the Knight of Cups by himself, I don't know, this nigga might come and finesse your panties off of you, and then, you know what I'm saying, that's it. Fellas, she might come and finesse you out some coins, and then that's it, right? But this person is showing up in a way to move quickly and make a very clear gesture, 2222 on the clock, that can bring you guys to another level. It's probably coming out like this, where I'm giving all these different segmented readings, because I did not give you guys any types of love readings for the month of March. And so maybe this does directly have to do with love. If it doesn't have to do with love, and this has something to do with like a work partnership, just replace that person 2s and 4s on the clock with a person you're in partnership with. Because hell, you can go through it with your business partner, and the business be about to be crumbled and gone because y'all can't get on the same fucking page because somebody's acting a fool, right? Or somebody squandered something or fucked something up, and now the money is fucked up, and now we got to try to go fix it and all of this other stuff. And so people are freaking out. It's sadness, it's heartache, it's worry, you confused, you don't know what's going on, and then boom, you get everything that you need. Boom, you can take action, you can move things forward, and everybody's on the same page. You and all your people who are invested in your business are all on the same page, and everybody's happy. Okay, if this is internal stuff where it's not involving things outside of yourself, then this looks like you finally becoming whole within yourself, within your emotions. So 2, 3, 3, 4 on the clock, you are not in a place where you are going to be sitting in heartache or sadness. This is a thing of the past. Whatever is coming in next for you as this Tower moment, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the clock, is going to be a realization. So maybe because, you know, we are in this Mercury season, maybe you have old people from the past that are popping back up, and however you're encountering or dealing with them is letting you know that you fulfilled whatever emotional thing in you that you've been working toward. And with that, you have something new or somebody new or some sort of new excitement or energy coming toward you that's going to help you be able to move forward with your life. And so there's a lot of energy here of actually moving forward and progressing with something that you are emotionally tied to, but also extremely excited about. If you are looking to move, that energy is here as well. If you are waiting for some information to come to you that is going to help you do something new or create something new, that is coming in for you as well. So this is a very long reading, but we are, you know, in flow, right? And so if these are the messages, these are the messages. Thank y'all for being here with me for almost 25 minutes. I appreciate it. Shout out to all of the members. If you are not a member and you're interested in what we got going on, memberships start at $9.99 and they go all the way up to $444 a month, so you can get in where you fit in with whatever it is that you need to actually help you progress yourself in your own downtime or working with me directly one-on-one. All right, peace.